Hi there, folks. My name is Natalie, and I am a member of Gauntlet Cohort 2, and I am excited to introduce you to my next project, which is called Personyx. So, Personyx is a tool that helps engineering sprints stop wasting building features that nobody wants, or what I like to call shiny object syndrome. I run into this problem a lot where I don't have much trouble actually building a tool, but I do have trouble sometimes understanding customer voice, especially in large enterprises where we might have multiple different customer personas that we're catering to, and the dev or the PM may be multiple layers separated from the customer research and getting titrated user flows or user feedback that don't actually reflect a particular customer. So I created this, and I will continue creating it and fleshing it out with all of the features that I dream of. But Personyx is basically a risk mitigation software for me, and it prevents all of the wasted sprints and work that could cost potentially millions, depending on the feature and the length of time, by demanding customer evidence before you even code or during the PRD ideation phase. So the main meat of this application is this chat with persona feature, which I have implemented first in a span of about 24 hours. And what this is it is a line graph feature that also uses N8N, and it takes in customer interviews and expert positions and research, and it generates these personas, which are supposed to be a version of your customer for a particular subpart. I am still engineering the ecosystem for you to actually import these things, or whether they're auto-imported. But this is a desktop application, so one of the big engineering features that I made for this was to make it fully self-contained. So this can work offline. However, if you want the full persona experience, you really do need to be online just to get it to talk. But it's very, very secure. There is encryption. There is a full backend pipeline. Those that know me know that I am backend first. So, and it is deployed. It just needs fleshed out with all of the technical details of how you will actually import your customer data. But I will demo for you what this might look like. So let's say that I am trying to make this product, Personyx, for a solo founder. I will talk to my persona, which I have programmatically preloaded with all of my interview files. Again, the interface for that is coming later. And I've run my vectorization and my embeddings and my calculations on my lane graph system, created these personas, and now it's going to chat with me. So I'm going to say, hi there. I'm thinking of creating an app called Personyx that would allow PMs and solo founders to get customer voice and cut through wasted engineering sprints with features that nobody wants. What do you think? So our solo founder model is thinking a little bit. But this is a real-life model that has taken in my interview files that I have gathered and generated from research, and potentially I went out to customer interviews as a salesperson and I got them all transcribed and then ETL'd into a format that can be ingested here. This solo founder says, hey, I love the idea behind Personyx. As a solo founder, I totally get the frustration of pouring time and resources into features that don't resonate with users. So this is really useful if you don't necessarily want to invest so much money right back into another user research or A/B testing cycle. You can reuse those previous interviews you had or feed in new interviews, and the personas will get recalculated. They'll get re-vectorized for your system. There's also going to be some other really cool features later on. So my main idea is that you will be able to feed it a PRD, and right now I can actually upload a PRD, but I'm still figuring out the front end of how this PRD will look. But eventually what this will be is you'll be able to upload a file, and the PRD will be able to get analyzed by your personas of choice. And after that, you will be able to get some evidence scores. The whole backend for this exists. It's just the front-end implementation. But this will tell you whether or not a certain PRD matches a persona and why. And Also, this will be really useful because I've implemented it as a desktop tool, but I've also implemented it as a tray item, which you can just kind of bring up whenever you're using a different application to drop a PRD file. You can set settings if you want to use your own OpenAI API keys, if you're a large enterprise and you prefer to do it that way, or if you just want to use it while you're using a different application. The other features that I envision for this, for now, are features where you can call this from, for example, Slack, or from a note-taking app, or while you're programming, if you want to get a persona's opinion right in the midst of doing what you're doing. This project is very short-lived, and I've only really had 24 hours to implement it, but my personas are working, and the backend for ingesting the interviews is there, and it is deployed, so you can download it on your computer right now, set up the secure encryption and the completely localized environment, and get to talking with personas. But I envision adding so much more before Thursday, which is our final deadline, so this project is a lot shorter than it was before. But I hope that you enjoy. I would really like your feedback on what you think about the application. Thank you.